I know people think that it's just like, oh, I'm a chosen one just because I'm a chosen one. No, you chose. That's the beauty of it. You chose. We have free will. You chose to walk the path of divinity. You're choosing to heal. And everyone has the opportunity to choose that. And the sad thing is that not everyone will. That's the kicker. Some people at the bottom, I had started shuffling, so some people choose to just live their whole lives like in regret. But they don't know, like, it's time. It's always time to make a difference. It's always time to change your attitude and change your actions and have it to where it's like out with the old and in with the new. Every day is a different day. Every day is a new day to make that call and to make that decision. Still hearing, let my people go. So in addition to the divine, in addition to the karmic needing to let this go, because two people have already been chosen to be together and to bring forth a spirit baby. Yeah, that's something that's part of it that's super important. But whoever this karmic is being asked to let themselves go, to unchain and to unbind themselves, because they don't know all that the Most High actually has planned for them as well. As long as they can understand that it has to be out with the old and in with the new, that it is time for them. Gonna make a change for once in my life. You're not obligated to live the old life. You just aren't. And when I say like just, I'm talking about like it's an energy, and we can all be divine masculine, divine feminine, and karmic. What the masculine has to know, and what you need to know, divine feminine, so that you're not sitting around and waiting on a person that you've already identified as your divine masculine, because this is your reading. Your divine masculine absolutely can be demoted. Your divine masculine absolutely can be converted into a karmic masculine. So when we have people that are sitting around talking about, oh, I've been waiting on my divine masculine for 5, 10, 20, 30 years. No, I'm hearing no, boo-boo. No. That's not your divine masculine. Love don't live here anymore. That's not your divine masculine. That person has been demoted. That person is a karmic now. That person is a lesson for you. And if you're sitting there for 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 years, what's karmic? What's karma? It is a lesson. You haven't learned your lesson. That's what that is. So it's not even about the masculine anymore at that point. I don't even know who I'm talking to, but it's not even about the masculine anymore. At that point, that's about you. If you're sitting around waiting for all of those years, you have not learned your lesson. Someone that's listening, you fit into that category. I'm sorry, I just have to say that. But for the rest of you guys, the overwhelming majority that are going to watch this video, the divine feminines, I don't believe that you're in that energy. I believe that you are, moving forward, that you have already felt like you've learned your lesson and out with the old and in with the new, and you're trying to move forward. And you can also, for divine feminines that are feeling a little bitter about what's going on with their divine masculine, don't be this person. You like my divine masculine, that's that possessiveness. That's you haven't learned that lesson about you don't have control over anyone but yourself. And you're bordering on, if you haven't already crossed that line, you're bordering on becoming a karmic yourself. Yeah. I'm hearing someone say, no, I'm chosen. Yeah, you can be unchosen. And that would mean by your, and what I mean by that is your choices that you make, your way of thinking, your attitude, your actions, you're choosing to be a karmic if that's the attitude that you bring to it. And I'm sorry for those of you that this doesn't apply to, but that's just what I had to say at that point in time. Well, yeah. Someone is trying to communicate to you through music, because this is on root chakra, because they're feeling insecure, too insecure to communicate with you just, you know, in the physical. I'm gonna give my opinion on that. I don't like, if I know that my person is trying to communicate me through other means, telepathy, because they can. I shut all of that off. I don't care about that. You better get the balls to talk to me on the phone. You better send a text or something else, because we're not doing that. For me, that type of communication is like when you're already in an established relationship, and maybe you want to keep some things, like you're out in public and you want to keep some things to, you know, just some cute little things between the two of you. Yeah. That's okay. But anything else where like you're just too scary to communicate in the 3D, in the physical world, I don't want to hear nothing about that. And that's just me. I'm getting that for some of you, there is a politician involved that might be heading towards you. And I don't know if it's your divine masculine, or I'm getting, no, it's not your divine masculine, because at the top it actually says life partner. So when we talked about earlier about divine feminine, you deserve love, and that you are going to get a replacement. And I don't, you know, divine masculine may be like, well, I'm not replaceable. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And that person is on their way, so you better act fast. Yeah. You better act fast. I saw reconciliation. So, we just had some fall on the floor. Again, influencer. So I don't know who's an influencer. That may be just a shout out, like this message is for you or something. Jeez, they're going everywhere. We have what actually fell on the table is abusive power on, and that goes on not so hidden enemies. So I'm getting that someone abused their power, like the fact that I'm kind of going back towards the long distance part. So I'm really feeling like because this person was close to the divine masculine, but also already had an established or past history, that they used that to their benefit for whatever this is. Oh gosh. And what also fell out was pray and meditate, and prostitute. Somebody's dealing with a prostitute. So that scam relationship, marriage, or whatever, like you're dealing with a prostitute. And if you have stopped with your praying and meditating, you need to do that ASAP. We'll see if we can do one more round. Yeah. So, Divine Feminine, keep going and doing what you're doing. We have pay attention to the synchronicities. What's coming out is he or she will not change. So I don't know if that's, about your divine masculine, or if it's about the person that they're with and that's for the divine masculine. But honestly, I feel like divine masculine has taken over this reading a little bit too much as it is. So I would say for divine feminine, keep working under the assumption that he's not going to change, and just move forward. Just like with that pre-energy, just keep moving forward, doing your thing, doing what you need to do, okay? And taking care of your business. Because right now, someone is in a spiritual jail or spiritual prison. And they have decided to, work with energy vampires. Somebody's draining them. And here we go, like that's right there. Next up is this energy of lack. But you don't have any control over that. You only have control over yourself. So keep going. Here we go again with this revenge. And there's a lot of green here. So someone really needs to work on their heart chakra. But what I'm getting is with this revenge, somebody really wanted revenge. But also divine feminine, make sure that you don't get into this energy of wanting revenge because you don't have your divine masculine. I know that you wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying it because it's your reading. But also I'm getting that the karmic or whoever involved, like that was their whole reason for the setup. Remember there's setup energy under here, and their whole energy, their whole reason for, I was about to say reason for being, their whole reason for doing that had to do with revenge. And with this physical death, I'm just going to have to say in divine masculine, don't get into the energy of revenge when you find out about this setup. If you haven't already, don't do that to this karmic, please, because then you still won't, have what you are here to have. Someone, we have solar plexus chakra. So I'm just going to say divine feminine, make sure that you are working on your solar plexus. Make sure, remain confident in who you are, remain confident and keep your vision. We have wait your turn. So, and I don't mean sit there and wait and not do anything. And again, at the bottom, here we go again with spiritual jail prison. So it's like you may be waiting for a while. Like if this person does change, you might be waiting your while. I'm also getting for the karmic, I don't know why everybody's in, wanting some attention in this one, probably because I don't do the readings as much as I should. But for the karmic, with this you belong to me, no, you were meant to wait your turn. It wasn't your turn. It wasn't for you to just be like, well, I'm just going to take what I want. Okay, we're just going to do a few more. Hopefully we just get 3. Okay, we have message incoming. So there might be some type of message coming in related to this. This is on top of communicating through music. So you know how I feel about that. I don't know if it's going to be, them sending you, maybe some type of music or, whatever. I don't know. But if they're not actually talking to you, I ask, I would just cut all of that off. Someone is in their feelings at this time. Probably several people, but it's Judgment Day and it's time for someone to make a judgment call. Wow. And I don't know, but someone was dealing with a childhood sweetheart. Right now, they have someone in their life that is temporary. It says temporary seat or bed warmer. I don't know if they knew that this person was temporary, and you're supposed to cut that off and not look back. So for some of you, your false person was a childhood sweetheart, and that's why you were tempted to go back to them. Yeah, don't look back. And then it says don't look back, entanglement alert. So someone tried to get another person in some type of entanglement. Divine, let me see. Let me just ask. My initial thinking, did the karmic put the divine masculine in an entanglement? Did divine masculine put divine feminine in an entanglement? No. Okay, so what I'm getting is that the karmic put the divine, it's still like the divine masculine wants to take over this whole thing, no matter how much I try to just ignore the messages. But the karmic, basically what the divine masculine didn't see was that the karmic put them in some type of entanglement that they're about to find out about. That might be what this message incoming is. So divine feminine, I'm just going to say maybe this is just for you to kind of be aware of what's going on. Divine masculine is being told not to look back at this relationship, even if it's some type of like someone that you grew up with, or someone that you had a long-term relationship with, or somebody that you knew as a kid or loved as a kid. And I'm getting that someone lied by omission. So someone feels like they didn't lie, because it's not like they said an outright lie. They just didn't tell. Is this divine masculine to divine feminine? Is this karmic to divine masculine? Yeah, they are really wanting to take over your reading. I'm sorry. So the karmic lied to the divine masculine by omission. So they omitted to tell the divine masculine that they were dealing with someone else, because also the karmic could be dealing with their childhood sweetheart. Yeah. And could have placed the divine masculine in a position to where like they are the temporary seat or bed warmer, and now their childhood sweetheart has come back in. So there you go with that, because that could be how they felt, what they felt like the divine masculine had done to them. So I'm going to pull a few more cards. I know it's going to take this video forever to upload, so I'm going to do a few more cards just to wrap up this energy. And I'm so sorry, divine feminine, that the divine masculine and the karmic wanted to take over your reading. But I'm just going to say it had to have just been information that you needed to know. Not for you to change what you're doing, but maybe it might have you be a little bit more open. Just having an understanding of what the masculine was going through, like if he was being set up somehow, and it happens, right? Like it could have happened to you. So just kind of put yourself in that seat or in that situation. And wouldn't you want your divine masculine to kind of forgive and be open towards you as well, right? It doesn't mean that you let them in and they get to have the exact same spot that they already had in your life. If they had a spot in your life, right? If they didn't, then this really isn't, there's nothing for you to forgive, to be honest. Aside from maybe some, like, why didn't you contact me? Okay, so we have the Enchanter dream. I wish upon a star and my dreams come true. And this actually came in reverse. And what I'm getting is that, especially with this being about mostly the karmic and the divine masculine, I'm getting that whatever this is, this setup that this person put together, trying to create their own dream that was going against the Most High, it's not gonna come into fruition. It's just not going to happen, and they need to accept it. Okay, we have Goddess of Balance, Equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So this is definitely for you, Divine Feminine. I feel like if the Divine Masculine comes back, or if you have a life partner that comes back, your lesson, you have to make sure that whatever this relationship is, there is a level of reciprocity. that you guys foster that reciprocity in your relationships, that it's balanced in that sense, like that you're not overgiving. You have to learn to stop overgiving in your relationships. And what I'm getting is, like, at the bottom it says visionary. I chart the star signs and symbols to craft magic, because what I'm getting, Divine Feminine, is that you have a way of, like, you see the potential in everyone, right? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even have to be a lover or whatever. But every person that you come across, every person that you meet, you see the greatness that is just waiting to get out of them. Even if they're already great, you already know how to help and guide them to being even greater. Like, that's actually what your gift is. Whoever this is, that is your gift. And I don't know how you're going to incorporate that into what you do and into your business, or, whatever you do, but that is your gift. Like, you can turn good to great and great to even greater. But what you have to know is that when people are not open, we're talking about reciprocal relationships. When people are not open to your feedback and your guidance, you need to learn to walk away and to step back. And when you're the one who's the only one that's giving, you have to learn to step back. Because otherwise, you're the one who's giving up all of your energy and, drained, and probably secretly wanting a little bit of revenge. Just saying. Okay, let's get one more. Please make it for Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Yeah, we have the fallen star shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. So I'm getting that there's nothing for you to be ashamed of. Like with shame in reverse, there's nothing for you to be ashamed of. And Divine Masculine, even though this is not your reading, there's nothing for you to be ashamed of. This is something for you guys to come together and tell your story to other people. But also for you, Divine Masculine especially, but definitely Divine Feminine too. This is saying, I'm the narrator of my life, right? So Divine Feminine, even though you have learned you can't control your Divine Masculine, you can't control outside influences. All you have control over is yourself, and you push forward and you move forward with creating and having a balanced life and living your dream no matter what. And Divine Masculine, you may have fallen for whatever this setup is, or, whatever, but it happens to the best of us. So just move on and use that. What do they talk about? Turning your pain into profit. That's another way, a source of income really for the two of you. If you decide to come together, you're telling your stories and giving hope to all of the thousands of other, and probably more, but thousands of divine couples and partners that are still trying to come together, but they're struggling to do so. So anyways, let's see if we can do one more. If not, we're just going to leave it there. But I'm just going to say, for everyone involved, just stay positive. That's for Divine Feminine, for Divine Masculine, and for the Karmic. Stay positive. Write your own story, but not at the expense of anyone else's. Okay? Yeah, so we're just going to leave it there. And know that you are a devoted warrior of the universe. And the universe and the Most High, they're very proud of you for continuing to move forward, for learning your lessons, for your openness to transforming and letting go of the old and embracing the new. Anyways, I know this was long, so hopefully you enjoy it. Just a word of advice, what I like to do is I put things on 1.25, and depending on how slow the person is, Sometimes I might do 1.5, but I still, like to watch the videos in their entirety, but I will speed them up a little bit. And that has to do with, probably my ADHD, but I have to speed it up a little bit, and that's just me. So you're not hurting my feelings if you have to do the same for me, because I know sometimes I speak a little slower. So anyways, that's what I have for you today, Divine Feminine. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Misty with the Oracle Evolution. If you hadn't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if you liked it, if you loved it. And you know what? Even if you didn't, I love you so, so much. Take care.